I don't remember how to do it. I don't remember how to write script, but,
You let it be cut. Yeah. Whether
I know, we decided we wanted to.
okay, so I mean, what I could do is, you know how like when you first learn how to write?
Yeah, that's great, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and my coach said she knows how to do it. And I told her Chuck Dale.
Oh, yeah.
Just stick around.
Right, right. Right, you read the ureter. Yeah.
And they actually told me.
Can't go out to dinner and we're putting it in.
You have to be careful with
David and I actually have tea next weekend. So three grandmas.
Right, right.
I know.
Yeah.
I wish they would write it down there. I know.
Inmates, and they only make those big.
Yeah, because mine's the second as well.
Right.
That's how I remember it.
Right.
I almost did for my mom, or for my father list. I'm like, don't know what's going on.
Right, right.
White hot.
Right.
It really is a lot. You know, they sell plate back. Yeah, I think that's a little.
Right.
It's not my idea.
Right. Sure.
Actually, maybe I'll mark it.
Well, we're working to it. Right, right.
They're interested in a couple, so it's good. You know, I should get you, I mean, look, if you like your mug, that's fine, but I'm happy to get you like a water bottle, because you keep on having to refill this. I'm happy to get you like a larger water bottle if you prefer. You know,
I have a bottle. Yeah.
hey, look, I mean, I recognize
Water bottle, yeah.
habits are,
I have a
you
bottle,
know,
yeah.
old habits die.
Oh, yeah,
It's okay.
yeah. I have a, yeah, she
So, you want,
okay, thank you.
take this off.
Okay.
They probably gave us all kind.
Yeah, yeah.
Give them a seat. So that was my playing game.
Talk to the cake.
Welcome, guys. Glad to have you. Clifford, good to see you. Shabbat shalom. Good to see you. Yeah, we're going to start in a couple minutes. We're almost there. Good Shabbos. Good Shabbos.
How are you?
Hang on. Hang on, not too bad. Yeah. Yeah.
Terrible in your, yeah, so. Yeah.
Warmer than outside.
Yeah.
That is true.
How are you?
24. Yeah, it's cold.
What you got? What time you got?
Still 2 minutes? It seems like it's 2 minutes.
But I have to finish up. My mother-in-law's. I will be here next weekend, so We'll go with that. Yeah, I was good friends with Amy. I just saw her 2 years ago was the last time I saw her due to COVID. So, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I was just looking.
Yeah, Lori is my age. And Amy is a couple years younger.
Yes. Yeah, Lori was your age.
Lori and I went to the conference.
Yeah, they were so sweet. They were in my baby YM check.
Oh, yeah?
We were in the home together. Big part of my youth.
Ute?
Youth, my youth.
You good?
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Awesome. So Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Welcome to Temple Beth Tzedek. Glad to have you here. We'll start our evening worship, beginning of Kabbalat Shabbat, page 14. We'll sing Yedid Nefesh.
Yedid nefesh av harachaman mishoch avdach el ritzonach yarutz avdach kamo ayol yishtachave el mol hadarach yerav lo yedidutach mino fetzuv v'chol toam hadur na'eh ziv holam nafshi cholat avatach ana elena refana la behar otla no am zivach az titchazek v'titrape v'haitalach shivchat olam v'tik yemu rachamecha v'chusna al beno havach Ki yizeh kama nichsof nichsaf liror b'tiferet ozach ana eli machmad libi choshana ve'alatid olam higalena ufros chaviv olai etzukat Shalomach Ta'ir Eretz Mikvodach Nagila V'nismecha Bach Maher Ahuv Kiva Moed V'chaneini Kimei Olam Yala lai 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 Yala lai 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 Yala lai 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 Yala lai 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 Yala lai 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 Yala lai 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 Yala lai 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 Yala lai 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 La 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la.
Pages 15 and 16.
Lechoneranena, lechoneranena, lechoneranena ladonoi. Lechoneranena, lechoneranena, lechoneranena ladonoi. Naria, naria, letzur yishenu, nekadma fonov betoda. Naria, naria, letzur yishenu, bizmirot naria lo. Lechoneranena, lechoneranena, lechoneranena ladonoi. Lechuneranena, lechuneranena, lechuneranena ladonai. 40 שנה קוד בדור, ואומרם תוה לבבהם, והם לא ידעו דרכי, אשר נשבעתי ואפי, אם יבואון אל מנוחתי. שירו לאדוני, שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו, ספרו וגויים כבודו, בכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים, לילה, כי כל אלוהי העמים אלילים, ואדוני שמיים עשה הוד והדר, לפניו עוז ותפארת במקדשו. הבו לאדוני משפחות עמים, הבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז, הבו לאדוני כבוד שמו, שאו מנחה ובואו לחצרותיו, לילה השתחוו לאדוני בהרת קודש, חילו מפניו בכל הארץ, אמרו בגויים אדוני מולך, אף תיקון תבל בעל תימות, ידין עמים במישורים, ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ, ירם הים ומלואו, יעלו סודי וכל אשר בו, לילה יוז ירננו כל עצי יוער לפני אדוני, כי קיבה לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט תבל בצדק ועמים באמונתו, לילה
Continue with the Psalms between pages 17 and 19.
Or zadu ala tzadik ul yishre'lev simcha, simchu tzadikim badonai, v'hodu lezecher kodsho. Mizmor shiru l'Adonai, shir chadash, ki niflaot asa, hoshia lo yemino, uzro kodsho, hodia Adonai yeshuato, le'enei hagoyim gilot tzidkato, zochar chasto ואמונתו לבית ישראל, ראו כל אפסי הארץ את ישועת אלוהינו, הריעו לאדוני כל הארץ, פצחו ורננו וזמרו, זמרו לאדוני בכינור וכל זמרה, בחצוצרות וכל שופר, הריעו לפני המלך אדוני, ירם הים ומלוא, תבל ויושבי בו, נהרות ימחאו חוף, יחד הרים ירננו, לפני אדוני קיווה לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט תבל בצדק ועמים במישורים, Romamu Adonai Eloheinu v'ishtachavu lahar kodesho ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu.
Please rise, page 20.
Mizmor leDavid, havul Adonai ben Elim, havul Adonai, kavod evos, lai, havul Adonai, kevod shemo, shtachavul Adonai bahadrat kodesh, kol Adonai al hamayim, el hakavod hirim, Adonai, al hamayim rabim, kol Adonai bakoach, lai, kol Adonai behodor, kol Adonai shover arazim, aishaber Adonai et arzei halvonon, vayarkidem kemo egel Lebanon, v'Sirion, Kemo veneremim, lai, kol Adonai chotzev lahavot esh, kol Adonai yachil Adonai midbar kodesh, kol Adonai yecholel ayolot, vayechesof ye'arot, uv'heichalo, kulo omer kavod, lai, Adonai, lama bul yoshov yeshev Adonai melech leolam, Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yevorech et amo v'shalom, lai,
You may be seated, Lecha Dodi. We'll continue with that song, just noting that at the final stanza, we will turn and face the opening of whatever room you're in so that we can welcome Shabbat into our hearts. We'll start on page 21.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabla. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, ishmiyanu el hamayuchad Adonai echad, ushmo echad l'shem u'tiferet v'litila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabla. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki hi mekor habracha merosh mikedem, nesucha sof ma'aseh v'machshava techila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabla. Mikdash melech ir melucha kumitzei mitocha hafecha ravelach shevet be'emek habacha v'hu yachamol ala yichemela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabla. Hitna ari me'afor kumi livshi bigadei tifaretecha mi al yad ben Yishai bet halach mi korva el nafshi ge'ala. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabla. Hiyid orari kiva orech komi ori shir daberi kavod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabla. לא תבושי ולא תקלמי, מה תשתוכחי ומה תהמי בו יחסו עניי עמי ונבנתה עיר אל תילה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה והיו למשיסה שויסייך ורחקו כל מבלייך יסיס עלייך אלוהייך כמסוס חתן על כלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תעריצי על יד איש בן פרצי ונשמחה ונגילה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה בואי בשלום התרס בלה גם בשמחה ובצהלתך אמונה עם סגולה בואי חלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה.
May be seated. The Psalm for Shabbat on 23, followed by the top of 24.
צדיק תמר יפרח כארז בלבנון יזכה שתולים בבית אדוני וחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו עוד ינובון בשיבה דשנים ורעננים יהיו להגיר כי אשר אדוני צורי ולא עוולתו בו. עדותיך נאמנו מאוד לביתך נאווה קודש אדוני לאורך ימים.
Those in mourning, those observing yard site, middle of page 24, Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemeh rabba v'yalma divra kiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh b'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayeh dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala uv'izman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shmeh rabba mevarach le'alam ulameh amaya Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudsha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran b'yalma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May be seated, and we will once again be doing a little bit of learning between the two parts of our Friday night service. I invite you to turn to page 270 as we'll continue our study of Pirkei Avot, the ethics of our ancestors. It is a great challenge in the Jewish community, as many of us are aware, in terms of the plight of small cities, small towns, and the future of their Jewish communities. As more and more people flock to larger cities, those in small towns are very much sometimes bereft of Jewish leadership and certainly in being able to meet the needs of the Jews who are there. There is, for instance, an organization called the Institute of Southern Jewish Life. I don't know if you've ever heard of this organization. And they've made it a mission to go to the small communities in the American Southeast and to try to provide these communities with some sort of help and just spreading a little more culture and education and leadership as well, going to places such as, let's say, Jackson, Mississippi, and Walterboro, South Carolina, and what else would I, Macon, Georgia, to name just a few different places, right? So, in other words, just because somebody is Jewish in a town with not a lot of Jews doesn't mean that they are not deserving or worthy of Jewish experiences and Jewish leadership. It can be challenging, though, for places where the Jewish community is very small. And there is, unfortunately, I would say, a bit of a, there is a reason why, though, it happens. And in a sense, it's kind of in this next teaching. And this is a teaching, if you look at number 18, this is a teaching of Rabbi Nehorai, who says, Heve gole limkom Torah ve'al tomar shehi tavo acharecha shechaverecha yikai muha biadecha ve'el binatcha al tisha'en. Uproot yourself to live in a community where Torah is studied. Do not delude yourself that the Torah will come to you. Only with colleagues can your studies be fortified. Do not rely on your own understanding. So these are somewhat disparate comments, but it all comes back to this idea that Judaism is a religion meant to be shared, and meant to be shared in community, and if possible, in a community of a reasonable size. But I would add a corollary to that, because again, just because one is Jewish in a small Jewish community doesn't mean that they have to throw their hands up and say, never mind, I'm just going to go to where everybody else is. I might say that a corollary of it is, if you care about your home, and if you want to be in your home, bring a friend with you. Bring somebody with you and help build the community as well. Because while it's great to have these large centers of Jewish life in large cities, certainly the small communities, and I've had a chance very early on in my studies to serve a Jewish community that was very small. This is Watertown, New York, which is it was just a lovely synagogue. It was the only synagogue in town, and it had Jews of all different stripes, and it was pretty small. And their big Friday night service would probably get about this size of a crowd. And you know something? We made of it what we could, and we enjoyed what we were able to. And those experiences are worth having as well. So as much as it's important to bolster a community that is a good size, and we should enjoy when we have that, and we should enjoy it when it's medium size, but even the small, there is a place for that, and there should continue to be places for that all over the world. Amen. So as we've learned some words of sacred texts, I'd like to ask everyone at this time to please rise. We go back to the middle of page 24 and say a Kaddish for those who have no one to say it for them, remembering those who perished in the Holocaust, who've died in the defense of the state of Israel, those who died of COVID-19, those in the line of fire in Ukraine, in the United States, and elsewhere. Middle of 24. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemeh rabba b'alma divra kiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh b'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayeh d'chol beit Yisrael ba'agalau v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shmeh rabba mevarach le'olam u'lamei almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei d'kudsha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran b'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chayim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimromav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. If you could remain standing, we'll go to the second part of our service starting on page 28 for the call to worship with Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Vaed.
Be seated.
Umavi yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uvein laila, Adonai tzvaot shemo, el chai v'kayom, tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai hamari v'aravim, ahavat olam beit Yisrael, amecha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta, alkein Adonai Eloheinu, b'shachbeinu v'kumeinu, nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, u'v'mitzvotecha, le'olam va'ed, ki hem chayenu, va'orech yameinu, u'vahem negeh yomam v'layla, v'yahavotecha al tosim imenu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol ma'odecha ve'hayu hadavarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom alevavecha ve'shinantam levonecha ve'dibarta bam b'shivtecha beveitecha uvelechtecha v'derech uv'shoch becha uv'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yodecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'isharecha. Adonai Elohechem emet.
Page 32.
Umalchuto beratzon kiblu alehem Moshe uvnei Yisrael lecha anu shira besimcha rabba v'yamru chulam mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot hosef ele malachutecha ra'uvanecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe ze Elianu Amru Adonai imloch leolam va'ed v'ne'emar ki fada Adonai et Yaakov uga'alo miyad chazak mimenu Baruch atah Adonai Gal Yisrael. ושמור צאתנו ואוהנו לחיים ולשלום אתה ויד עולם ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ברוך אתה אדוני הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
Please rise, page 34.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל עוד היא לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת וינפש יתגדל ויתקרא שמי רבו וילמד דברו חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכם ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן הקריב ויאמרו יהי שמי רבא מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא ויאמרו
Amen. We recite the Amidah individually, pages 35 through 38. When you've concluded your recitation, kindly remain standing. If you're still reciting the Amidah, feel free to continue at your own pace. Page 47.
ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה וישבות ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות.
Be seated.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Konei Shamayim V'Aretz Magen Avot B'Devaro Mechaye Metim B'Mamaro Ha'el HaKadosh שאין כמוהו המניח לעמו ביום שבת קודשו כי בם רצה להניח להם כי בם רצה להניח להם לפניו נעבור ביראה ופחד ונודה לשמו בכל יום תמיר מעין הברכות אל ההודעות אדון השלום מקדש השבת ומברך שביעי ומניח בקדושה לימדו שני עונג זכר למעשה וראשית אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו רצה ומנוחתנו קדשנו במצוותיך ותן חלקנו בתורתך סבנו מטובך ושמחנו בישועתך וטהר ליבנו לעבדך באמת והנחילנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה וברצון שבת קודשך וינוחו בישראל מקדשי שמך ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת יקרא ויקדש שמי רבו בעולמו דברו חירותי וימליך מלכותי וחייכון ויומכון וחיי כל בית ישראל בגלו בזמן קורי ויאמרו יהי שמי רבו מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשו לעילא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעולמו ואמרו תתקבל צלותינו ואהבון דכל ישראל קדם אבוהון דבשמיא ואמרו יהי שלום רבו מן שמיא וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו
We rise for the Kiddush on 49, followed by the Aleinu on 51.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabat kodsho v'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maseh v'reishit כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל לתת גדולה ליוצר שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה שלא שם חלקנו כהם וגורלנו ככל המונם ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ככתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. We know with sadness the passing of our members this week, Sharon Krebs and Louis Kimmel. For those who knew and loved them, we say, Hamakom Menachem Etchem B'toch Shar V'Leit Zion V'Yerushalayim. May God comfort you along with all the mourners of Zion and Jerusalem. Let us say Amen. For the upcoming week, we remember with love the yahrzeits of Abraham Ackerman, Zachariah ben Joseph, Kurt Berman, Martha Bernhard, Dr. Samuel Bleichfeld, Adrian Blinkoff, Edith Block, Sarah Bronstein, Joel Kamhai, Hyman Cohen, Hilda Collin, Sanford H. Cooper, Bertha Deutscher, Rose Dolganos, Lottie Fink, Harold Glickstein, Norma Siegel Golden, Lothar Gottlieb, Bertha Grossberg, Joel Grossman, Betty Hannaford, Faye Himmelfarb, Gertrude Horwitz, Esther Isaacs, Jacob Isaacs, Ruth J., Gertrude Kahn, Pearl Kestenbaum, Rose Klein, Milton Konovitz, Joe Kostner, Vivian Ruth Krieger, Leon Kaziaznicki, Ruben Kulik, Sanford Kulik, Thelma Kam Kushner, Isidore Lavenda, Joseph Lazar, Ann Lazarson, Morris Leader, Hyman Levin, Sadie Levine, Barnett Levitt, Harry Lipman, Regina Matenovitz, Yefim Matlin, Rena Melman, Sam Messenger, Barnett B. Mogerman, Norma Morse, Myrna Paul, Milton Pitterman, Bernard Pleskow, Seymour Pliss, Jeanette Popkin, Harry Prezant, Morris Reisman, Robert Royce, Rosa Rose, Stella Saphir, Beth Gollum Sarin, Albert Sheff, Abe Schrut, Sylvia Seidenberg, Marvin P. Seller, Rebecca Semerow, Abraham Sarur, Vera R. Schlesser, Sydney Silver, Frida Spire, Ann Stern, Benjamin Schultz, Molly Waxman, Helen Weinberg, Rose Weinstein, Jenny Weintraub, Myrtle Zubkov. Anyone remembering anyone in particular tonight? Feel free to mention the name.
Fanny Pearl, my grandmother.
May I remember you before a blessing. And for anyone saying Kaddish, we invite you to now rise and turn to page 52 for the recitation of Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemeh rabah, b'yalma divrak yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, v'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayed dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agalau v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shmeh rabah mevorach le'olam u'lameh almaya, Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmed kudsha brichu le'ela min kol birchata b'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran b'yalma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim alinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru amen. You may be seated. Before we get to announcements, it is my responsibility to read a letter to the congregation about a special meeting that is coming up. It reads, Dear members, special meetings shall be held at the call of the President. No business shall be transacted at any special meeting other than that for which the meeting was called. Therefore, the President and the Board of Trustees are calling a special meeting of the congregation to be held on Sunday, February 26, 2023 at 2 p.m. The meeting shall be held in person and on Zoom, and then it has the Zoom registration link. The business to be conducted will be regarding the following motion of the Board of Trustees at their meeting of February 14th, 2023. Motion by Jonathan Epstein that we hire, pursuant to the search committee's recommendation, Rabbi Sarah Rich, pursuant to the financial terms negotiated. All persons in the household 18 and over will be able to vote. Any member who is in arrears for more than 6 months of any financial obligation shall be considered not in good standing and is not eligible to vote. The special congregational meeting will be adjourned. Signed, Linda Boxer, President of Temple Beth Tzedek. So let it be written, so let it be done, to quote the Ten Commandments. Call upon Judy Davis, one of our VPs, for announcements. Oh, we got a Judy and others. But, all right, fantastic.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We're happy to have the live stream folks join us, as well as everyone here. Rabbi Cantor, thank you, and Larry Boxer, thank you for leaving your Shabbat meal and coming to make the 10th person. Thank you.
Okay. Tomorrow morning, services will be at Temple, starting at 9:30. Tomorrow night on Zoom is Marvin Havdalah at 6:25 p.m. And the website is on the announcements and on the website. Daily Minyan is always going on. You're welcome to join us either on Zoom or in person. And Sunday night, we are having an in-person Minyan at Temple, so please come to Minyan Sunday night.
So we have a lot of opportunities and programs coming up. We have various educational programs by Rabbi, a touch of the Bavli, I don't know if I said that right, lunchtime Talmud, and then on Wednesday evenings, the Garden of Good and Evil, and Thursday mornings, scintillating Psalms and services, and then, did I do that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then some family children's programs. We have the Bina program on Thursday evenings for grades 1 through 5. And on Sundays mornings, Mishpacha, which is family programming.
There are many opportunities for each of us to give to the community and take from the community. On Thursdays from 9 to 11 and Friday from 11 to 1, Jewish Family Services provides an on-site person to enhance the well-being of our congregation. Macy Clausen from Jewish Family Service is present in the building, and she is available to assist you with your concerns. Sunday is an important day. In the morning, we're going to have a ribbon cutting for the new kitchen, and we invite you to come and take part in that. There will be snacks and nashes and coffee and tea. There's no charge for that. Then later in the day, from 2 o'clock on, there will be a Life and Legacy program with information, question and answer, dessert and coffee, and you are welcome to join that. Please contact Marcia Goldstein after Shabbat if you have not already let her know that you'll be in attendance. We already had the special meeting announcement, so.
Okay, we have a whole list of things going on, big list of things going on. Friday and Saturday, March 3rd and 4th, we have a weekend with a scholar in residence, Joel Haber. Please make your reservations because it's going to be a wonderful weekend with him. He actually wrote a book on cholent with all different recipes on how to make cholent, and those will all be online, but we are going to be making one of the recipes for Saturday night for you to taste.
Then comes Purim,
Yep.
the day after Joel Haber leaves.
So then comes Purim. Rabbis planned a very fun Manic Megillah, totally 80s Purim program. And at 5 o'clock, there'll be macaroni and more, and then that'll be followed by 6 o'clock Minyan and Megillah. And bring non-perishable food donations and receive raffle tickets for prizes. And then we roll into Passover. So March 26th, the Women's Network has a Passover light lunch. Then we're back into Purim, the Mishloach Manot fundraiser, and the annual Hamantashen sale, Hamantashen grams. So a lot going on.
Oh,
Right, and if you are not going to be home, if you're going to be out of town when we're delivering Mishloach Mano, please let the office know so we're not going to hang a bag on your doorstep, which will be sitting there for the week that you're away.
Oh, and just one other, the spring art auction. So we are looking at, we're taking donations of art. And so we are going to be starting to take those donations soon. The art auction, I believe, is scheduled in June, even though it says to be announced, but I think it's in June.
Yeah.
So please start looking through your attic and your basements and see if you have any art that you'd like to donate.
Minimum value of $50, please.
And we need volunteers for help out at Friends of the Night People. If you're interested in volunteering, please contact Lisa Benson. And we also want to thank the rabbi and the cantor tonight for wonderful services, as usual. And we will see everyone tomorrow at services.
And Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Lisa, Beth, and Judy. I guess a question I have is for the art auction. I've got a lot of my kids' artwork, which are, they're not just worth $50. They're priceless. I mean, so I have to figure something out. So we'll try to gather that up. Thanks as always to the cantor. We'll conclude tonight with Adon Olam on 54.
Adon Olam Hashem alach b'terem kol yitzir nivra li'et nasa v'chefzo kol azai melech shemo nikra azai melech shemo nikra v'acharei kichlot hakol levado yimelach no ra vehu haya vehu hove vehu yiyeh betifara vehu yiyeh betifara vehu echad ve'ein sheni laham shilo lehach biro beli reshid beli tachlit velo ha'oz ve'hamisra velo ha'oz ve'hamisra vehu eli v'chai goali v'tzur chevli be'eit zora ve'hu nisi yumanosli menos kosi b'yom mekra menos kosi b'yom mekra b'yodo afkid ruchi be'eit ishan ve'a'ira ve'im ruchi geviyati Adonai li ve'lo ira Adonai li ve'lo ira Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
You know what? I just found out about it myself. I don't know what else.
Saw the computer, but I didn't see a ship either.
Yeah,
Yeah, it could be. I know Amy's in Rochester, and Lori is somewhere else.
Complicated. Not so bad.
And her son is out of town in the military.